Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. Today we will meet Miss Quincy Petite 2023, Kimberly Campbell, learn about that organization and about herself. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, it's nice out there, partly sunny, 42 degrees right now. Today will turn out partly sunny, pretty mild with highs in the low to mid 40s. The snow holds off until late tonight, 10, 11, maybe even midnight before it moves in. Lows tonight drop into the lower 30s. It'll snow overnight, but it will change over to a mix tomorrow by midday. A couple of inches of a slushy accumulation are possible. Temperatures tomorrow will climb above freezing to the upper 30s. Could freeze up again tomorrow night as temperatures dip into the upper 20s, and then it'll melt again on Sunday with partly sunny skies. High Sunday in the mid 40s. And look at Monday. Lots of sunshine and approaching 50 degrees. Right now, again, partly sunny, 42 degrees here in Quincy. Checking the news for you today, plans for a 1,500 space parking garage and a new roadway in Quincy Center recently got a federal boost. Congressman Stephen Lynch was in Quincy last week to announce a $1.5 million federal grant to put toward both projects.
And the way we work it out in the 8th Congressional District is that I sit with Mayor Koch, I sit with our reps and senators, sit with the city councilors, get feedback on what the priorities are for that area, for that city or for that town, and then try to tie the money in a way that meets not only our obligations to spend money wisely, but also in a timing aspect and a focus aspect, really tries to accede to the wishes of the city and town. Because the people that are here every single day are the ones who really know what is needed most. And so that's really how this is supposed to work. So the earmarks we're talking about today, and the mayor's done a fantastic job in terms of bringing the city forward. And it's not easy. It's not easy. People hate change, even good change.
The new garage will be built in the area where the IHOP restaurant is right now, and there will be a redesign of the intersection of Walter Hannon Parkway and McConville Way to alleviate traffic congestion on the Paul Harold Bridge. Both projects are aimed at complementing plans by Fox Rock Properties of Quincy to create a new medical office building and new commercial space at the site of the former Ross parking garage. Quincy City Council's Finance Committee is reviewing a request from the administration for almost $2 million to continue making seawall and storm drain improvements along Howe's Neck. Mayor Thomas Koch says the flood-prone area needs further protection from future storms.
Whether we have climate change or not, over time they do, they do fail. Nothing lasts forever, as they say. So this is the next phase. It's important work. It's protecting homes, protecting property, and investing in our infrastructure. So we've been doing this for a long time, and we got to keep it going. Manat Ave goes up pretty high, so I don't know that we necessarily have to raise it. But when you look at the seawalls, it's not only what's above ground, but the erosion underneath and the foundation, if you will, that it sits on sometimes starts to fail. So different sections have different needs, but there could be some height raised in some sections and perhaps none in other sections.
That funding would be coupled with state and federal funding to continue seawall upgrades along Manat Avenue and Babcock Street and to make some storm drain upgrades all across Quincy. The funds would come from the Sewer and Drain Rehab Fund, which is paid by private developers doing work in Quincy. Quincy City Council did approve spending $95,000 from the Community Preservation account to make some emergency structural repairs to the historic Southern Tide Mill on the Southern Artery. City Council President Noel DeBona says that building is in danger of collapsing.
The Southern Tide Mill it's in a terrible condition right now, Joe. It's been in a bad condition for many, many years, and the structure almost looks like it's going to fall over. It's an emergency item with public buildings, and Paul Hines, the commissioner over there, will get a couple months of extra time to get on it. If we had waited till June, the money might not have been available until almost July. If we do it now, we get it in the pipeline, it gets approved, and we can get the funding and basically prevent it from collapsing and falling down. So there is a master plan with the Southern Tide Mill, which is now city owned, and it's the next step of fixing that particular structure.
The Community Preservation Committee already approved the funding in an effort to expedite repairs to that structure. MBTA police are searching for a man who allegedly tried to lure two young girls to him at the North Quincy MBTA station last Sunday. The 11 and 12-year-old girls say this man told them to come over to him, saying he had candy and puppies. Girls ignored the man. Then he fled the train platform. They say the man did not follow them and they weren't hurt. Anybody who recognized the suspect is asked to contact MBTA police. Well, the Quincy Planning Department was prominently featured at a recent national planning conference held in Washington, D.C. Senior Principal Planner Melissa Pond spoke about best practices for citizens' engagement in community planning opportunities. Sherry Zhao and Jane Berry from the city's Office of Healthy Homes gave a joint presentation on Quincy's housing rehabilitation, lead abatement, and first-time homebuyer programs. Quincy Community Development Director Sean Glennon moderated a roundtable discussion at the U.S. Capitol with congressional staff regarding federal funding from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Our check of news for you today. Coming up, Kimberly Campbell, Miss Quincy Petite 2023, will join us next. Welcome back. Today we're really pleased to welcome to the program Kimberly Campbell. Kimberly is Miss Quincy Petite 2023 and will be competing for even larger labels very soon. So we want to learn about her, we want to learn about this organization and how you might be able to get involved. So Kimberly, it's great to meet you.
Thank you so much, Joe, for having me. Thank you. I'm honored.
It's our pleasure. And I have to say, when this first came across our desk here at QATV, none of us had heard of the organization at all. We've all been in Quincy for a really, really long time, so we have to learn about this. So I said, well, let's invite Kimberly in and get the story. So first of all, what is Miss Quincy Petite?
So Miss Quincy Petite is the official preliminary system to the USA Petite as well as Universal Petite system, and it was founded in 2009 by Hazel Corp. And the true beauty about this system, it's specifically designed for women under the height of 5'6", who are not only making phenomenal impacts within their local community, even at the world at large. It's just for a system for us to come together, and it's truly a sisterhood, and it's more than just the glitz and the glam and the photo shoots. It's really about tremendous and phenomenal women who are creating a tremendous impact in the world today.
How did you yourself, Kimberly, get involved in the competition, in the organization?
Sure. So I've been in the U.S. for the past 10 years. I'm originally from Jamaica, and I really wanted to find a system that truly catered to the needs that I wanted to do. So I currently work as a mental health counselor within the Boston Public School Systems, and I work with children and teens between the ages of from K1 all the way through high school. And I went online, did a search, found the system Petite USA, and I said that this is a tremendous fit for me, being under the height of 5'6", and being in this day and age, it's very hard for petite women to even find platforms or systems that they can truly go out there, show the tremendous impact that they are already having on the world. And I just want to let everyone know that I'm some kids that look like me, to see within me like there is a system out there for them to like truly be themselves, and women under the height of 5'6", to like this is a system for them to be a part of, not only showcase what they're doing to the world, but to have a tremendous impact on everyone. So interesting, because you know, when you hear the names and the labels, you think, well, isn't that discriminatory? You know, you can keep, you know, it's for short people, right? Yes. But you're saying, look at the other side of it. It's a way to showcase your talents. Yes, and that's the point that I really want everyone to see and know about the system, because being 5'6", we're already being discriminated against based on our height, and this system is really for us to showcase our impact that we're having on the community and even the world at large. And it's truly, truly a sisterhood, and I've met so many amazing amazing women from around the world in the local community, and it's really improved on my self-esteem and my public speaking skills, because at first I'm like, I was really shy, like going out there, being in it, and it really impacted who I am as a person, and I've grown so much over these past 6 months, like being involved in my community, meeting amazing people from around the world, and just truly showcasing my program, which I've been impacting kids between the ages of 4 to 10, and just having them just to look at me and say, hey, if she can do it, then I can do it too. And it's just the work I'm trying here to assist everyone, like, you can do it, you all are important, and just to be yourself.
Okay, so how did you actually get to be representing the city of Quincy in the organization? What was the competition that led up to that?
Sure, so there are different categories that you all can participate in. There's a Tiny Miss, Little Miss, Preteen, Teen,
Really?
Mrs. Yes, Mrs., Elite Miss, even Classic. So I'm currently in the Miss category. So it's women who are either married, divorced, or recently divorced. And I submitted application online, answered various questions, and lo and behold, I got the amazing email that no one claimed the title, so I was actually being the one to represent Quincy, and just being out there since the past 6 months, showcasing everything about the community, and a lot of persons didn't know that much about Quincy and the phenomenal history, that knowing we're the city of the presidents, and just bringing everyone in as well as showcasing all that.
Yeah, we have a couple of photos we want to show folks of you making your rounds around the city. Maybe you can explain, as you're looking at these, what they represent and what was happening at the time.
Sure. So for me, this one is when I met the mayor. It was one of the preventions on mental health awareness.
Oh, okay.
And I really wanted to showcase the impact that mental health has on the community as well as the world at large. Mental health, it does not discriminate, and we all know someone who had it, suffered from it, or is currently growing through that. So my impact is just to be out in the community, get the word out that there is help, and there are communities and persons who are specifically designed for us to get assistance.
Okay, so it's important to note you have a master's from Lesley University in mental health counseling.
Yes.
So I mean, this really is your profession. This is your experience. This is your passion. Yeah.
I've been doing it for as much as like 6 years.
Wow.
I got an undergraduate degree in psychology, went into sociology, and I really wanted to work with individuals who didn't have access to certain tools, because I'm from Jamaica, and I know how it felt like not being able to have like a counselor, a therapist, or even just a safe adult within the community to speak to. So I really wanted to dive into a profession where I could have that one-on-one impact with individuals, so I can be able to not only put myself in their shoes to empathize with them on another level, but truly just to be in listening ear and have them feel truly comfortable in that, knowing that this is actually a safe environment, and if I'm truly able to assist them, even if I'm not, I'll be able to direct them to various resources within their communities.
Right. So do you have your own practice, Kimberly? Your own private practice?
I'm not yet.
I'm
currently working on that, yes.
Okay,
so
all right.
I currently work as a therapist within the Boston Public School System, so that's where I'm at currently right now, giving tremendous help and assistance to these amazing, beautiful children who are just excited just to be here, and just truly just needing that safe adult for them just to be themselves. And I always let them know, once we're here for you, you're always safe within this community.
Well, we've heard so much just in the recent past about mental health issues, specifically with young women, when it comes especially to their self-image as portrayed, say, in social media, and certainly the past 3 years during the pandemic, how that's really had a negative impact on them, and it's manifesting itself now in behavioral issues, right, educational issues, and probably personal family issues too.
And just because you just said that, recently the CDC just released a result like suicide is the second leading cause of death amongst teens, and with the recent pandemic it really highlighted how important mental health is and how important it is for us to not only navigate for that and nominate for that on a legislative level, but also to present this access to parents, because once we're able to provide that physical access to parents, or even giving them advice, they too can spot the different signs and symptoms within their children or children at large within the community. So it's truly an impact, and it doesn't discriminate, and that's the main important part.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the next photo and tell us where you are in the city here.
Amazing. So this was one of my first appearances when I got my crown, so I really wanted to learn more about the the city of Quincy. I've been here for 3 years.
Okay.
Never knew that Quincy had these amazing histories. So when I found out that the Welcome Center that recently opened up, I said, wow, this is an amazing opportunity for me just to go into the center, get pamphlets, and just to learn more about this amazing city that I've been living in.
Okay.
And I met Dagny. They introduced me to all the amazing things. I recently went on various tours around Quincy, the Church of Presidents, all of the amazing things, and I met so many great people because of this. And
that's the Welcome Center right on the Hancock Adams
Yes.
Common, and Dagny Ashley is the Director of Tourism and her volunteers there. So great way to introduce yourself to the city. So you'd recommend that to newcomers
Yes.
to stop by and visit, yeah. And right outside, you had a photo with the First Lady.
I did, and the beauty about that, we actually have the same birthday. So I recently, so when we were all telling her happy birthday, I was saying, how interesting, we actually have the same. So it was just an amazing day for me. I met some of the founding members as well that are currently with us, and it was just truly a beautiful moment for me just to be there and witness it, and all the tremendous impact that she had on the past and currently for women in this age, and being Women History Month. It's just not only a pleasure, but it's an honor just to be here and to showcase who I am and what I've been doing thus far in the community.
Yeah. How did you find your way to Quincy, Kimberly?
So I actually moved here. I was actually living in Louisiana first, then I migrated here after graduating from Grambling State University.
Grambling State.
It's actually in Louisiana, one of the Black American universities. So I got here, found Quincy, and I was like, wow, this is actually a pretty amazing city. And I visited various cities, and I really wanted somewhere that was really close-knit, really family-oriented, and somewhere that had tremendous history, and found myself here in Quincy, and I love it.
Oh, that's great to hear. Because it's always nice, I think, for folks who've been in the city a long time to see it through a newcomer's eyes, because it's a fresh look and it makes you appreciate, I think.
Yes, and I've been going to the T, and I never knew that the Church of Presidents there, and you had some of the presidents that are already resting there, and I was like, wow, and just going around learning so much, and there's so much I haven't learned about and gotten the chance to visit, so I'm definitely taking up the opportunity to visit various places in the coming months ahead.
That's great. So is there a representative for the Petite organization in every community?
Yes, so some of the communities, they have representative. Currently there's Miss Boston, my amazing friend, there's Miss Worcester, there is also Miss Randolph, and there are various communities depending on how many representatives that are applied for the application. So it's all open to various states and even over the U.S., because after the state competition we go on to the Universal, which is the large stage, and that's where we're all aiming to go.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. What's the next step in the process?
Well, so the next step in the process for me is next weekend is the actual competition, where I'm going for that amazing title of either Miss Massachusetts or Miss New England Petite.
Wow.
So currently they are having People's Choice Awards that is going on now, where we're able to vote for all these amazing candidates. But my main reason for being in this competition is to showcase my Dare to Be Different program, which is an 8-week initiative that I created for teens, and at the end I'm able to award these amazing teenagers and girls in the program for learning about self-esteem, truly believing in themselves, and knowing that this, irrespective of being diagnosed with a mental health disorder and not feeling as special or even important as their counterparts, to truly know that being different means you stand out, and mental health, the diagnosis, it's not a journey, it's a process, and it's something that we all are going through, or have known someone who's going through, and just to take these amazing children on this process and know that you are valued, and we will overcome this together, and you will truly make an impact on your world.
Do you have special or requirements or benchmarks you have to meet as Miss Quincy Petite, in order to keep that title?
So currently, just to make various community events, and there are various categories like the Miss. I know for the Miss section, recently divorced or not being married and stuff like that. So just being able to maintain that category, going out there, showcasing my community service, making my appearances, and just truly being that impact that everyone needs on the community.
Okay. If you don't advance to the next level, do you get to stay Miss Quincy Petite for the year?
Well, yes,
Yes.
for the year until someone else claims the title, but it's just, for me, it's just really more than the title. I've like truly grown so much showcasing this title and the amazing city of Quincy to the community. And my plan for the next year and even the coming months is just to take Dare to Be Different on not only a local, a state, but also an international level, going back to Jamaica and implementing Dare to Be Different within my high school,
Okay.
and giving those girls an opportunity to like truly showcase who they are as a person, what they want out of life, and truly where they see themselves. So
Yeah. Did your family come with you from Jamaica?
Yes, I have a lot of friends who are actually coming. I'm actually picking my friend up on Thursday. She's flying in from Jamaica, and
Okay.
she's like truly excited to be here. And one thing I do remember what she said is just to truly be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're just here to have fun, meet amazing girls, and to truly like showcase your platform and just going out there and just impacting the world with Dare to Be Different and letting everyone know that being different means you truly stand out.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not forgetting where you came from. You know, you said so. You'd hope to be a role model, right,
Yes.
for young girls in Jamaica.
Yes.
So you eventually want to go back
Yes.
and maybe grow an organization there.
Yes, definitely. And I just want to like showcasing like diversity and how important it is in diversity. It's like, it's really exciting and it's something fun. And wherever I go, I'm always showcasing my amazing culture and the people and where we're from and what we're all about. And diversity means unity, and that's what I'm trying to portray, like the unity and everyone just loving each other and having a safe community where not only we can all grow, we can grow from each other and learn, and just creating a very truly impactful world.
So, Kimberly, what are some of the categories in the competition? You know, I mean, is it what we think of in a competition? Is it singing, dancing, reading, writing, and speech giving? I don't know. What's involved?
So currently I'm in the Ms. category. So there's personal interview,
Oh.
on-stage question.
So this is a perfect preparation
Yes.
for you. Okay. Okay.
Perfect segue into my interview, and we have swimwear.
Oh, okay.
And I know for different categories, I know the Little Miss, Tiny Miss, they don't compete in swimwear, but Miss and Miss they do. And we don't actually have a talent competition.
No, okay.
No, we don't. So if there's anyone out there who's truly wanted to be in a pageant but feared having to have a talent, this truly is a system for you. And it's more than just having a talent and being able to dance. It's just really showing everyone the impact that you actually are having on the community and truly where you want to take this world and the next generation to come.
Okay. Is it open to older folks as well?
Yes, there's actually a Mrs. category,
There is, okay.
a classic, and an elite category.
Oh.
So we're here for everyone.
Okay. So if you do advance to either Miss Massachusetts or Miss New England, what then?
Sure. So as Miss Massachusetts or Miss New England, I plan to take Dare to Be Different within other communities at large within the state of Massachusetts, as well as various other states around the United States. Just teaching children that being different doesn't mean you are less of a person, and who wants to be in a world where everyone is the same and everything is the same. That will truly be boring.
Right.
And just to let these amazing children know that even though you are diagnosed or feeling that you're not smart enough as everyone, you truly are important, and mental health is not a diagnosis. It's more of a process and where you want to go, and truly just to have them feel important and just to empower them, revolutionize their thoughts and their impact on the world. And it's just for me to just really impact all these communities and high schools with these teens and amazing children.
Yeah, well, I would think your education in mental health counseling and psychology, you know, would play perfectly into that. What mistakes do young ladies make, Kimberly, you know, in the maturing process that might lead them down the wrong path, and how do they recognize those?
So I think one of the mistakes that even growing up I found myself doing as well is
That's how we learn, right?
yes, truly trying to be like someone
Yeah.
else rather than being your own self. And when we do that, we push aside our own feelings, our values, and our norms. And one thing that I truly try to show the children and teens, that I'm from Jamaica, and being in a new country where my norms and my values were also different from the dominant culture that I'm currently in. It's just to truly find a group of network of kids that who do identify with your values, empathize with you, and knowing that even though you're from a different culture, it's okay to showcase your talents and diversity to everyone. It's just being who you are. And if you truly do find yourself within a group that you're not feeling comfortable, it's truly okay to be speaking up and saying how you're feeling in that moment, and not to lose yourself in the process.
Yes.
And something like that, I really say that something we're all guilty of.
It's,
and when we get into environments, we want to be like the most popular person in the room. We want to truly fit in, but it's always okay to make mistakes, because through mistakes we're able to grow and learn, and give yourself a second opportunity to like truly learn from that and grow.
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable, it's not your problem, it's theirs.
Yes. And I always say, never let your confidence upset another person. Insecurities. So that's one thing I've been always telling myself, like, your confidence is so important, and once you have that one flavor right there, I call confidence a flavor, you can go anywhere, dominate any community, and truly be who you are.
Well, it's been great meeting you and hearing your story.
Thank you.
We want to wish you the best in your future and in the competition, too.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Please let us know how it goes.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just enough time to check the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. It's really pretty nice. Sun and clouds, mid-40s this afternoon. The snow holds off till later tonight, 9, 10, maybe even 11 or 12, with lows in the lower 30s. It'll snow overnight, accumulate a couple of inches, then turn over to some mixed precipitation tomorrow. Kind of a messy day, but better on Sunday with temperatures in the mid-40s, and even warmer with more sunshine here on Monday. Thanks again going out to Kimberly Campbell, Miss Quincy Petit 2023.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. Monday here in the show, folks from the Friends of Wollaston Beach will be joining us. Meantime, check out our website anytime. Go to qatv.org. You'll find our latest programs there, along with news and information, video on demand, live streaming, much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great weekend.